The iPhone Special Edition has always held a special place in Apple's lineup, serving as a nostalgic nod to its earlier days with its compact design, physical home button, and lightning charger. But as technology marches forward, even the Special Edition's classic charm cannot hold back the tide of change. Now, according to fresh leaks, Apple is set to retire the Special Edition name entirely and introduce us to something new. The iPhone 16e, yes, the Special Edition is bowing out and a new era begins. Over the years, speculation about the next iPhone Special Edition has been rampant. Some believe it would be a rebranded iPhone 13 mini, while others thought Apple might go big, literally, by introducing a Special Edition with the size of an iPhone Plus, but with older hardware. However, new details have emerged from a well-known source in the tech world, suggesting a different story altogether. Enter the iPhone 16e, rumored to debut in 2025, bearing a modern design akin to the iPhone 14. This new model is expected to feature an OLED display and action button and possibly come in sleek colors like white. The move away from the Special Edition branding is intriguing. Why the shift to the 16e name? What does the E stand for? Apple's decisions often leave us scratching our heads. Remember the $3,500 virtual reality headset? While the exact reasoning remains a mystery, there's a plausible theory. The iPhone Special Edition has traditionally signified older designs and features, but if this new model embraces cutting-edge elements like Face ID, an action button, and a 48-megapixel main camera, a rebranding feels almost inevitable. The E could be Apple's way of signaling evolution while maintaining a distinction from the flagship lineup. Rumors suggest the iPhone 16e will be powered by the A18 chip, accompanied by 8 gigabytes of RAM, an OLED display with a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and MagSafe compatibility. It will also feature the long-awaited USB Type-C port. All of this is expected to come at a price point between $500 and $550 United States dollars, significantly cheaper than the standard iPhone 16. But what's the catch? The lower price could mean some compromises. For instance, the iPhone 16e might retain the classic notch instead of adopting the modern dynamic island. Additionally, it's likely to feature a single rear camera rather than the dual camera setup seen on the higher-end models. This balance of cost-saving measures and updated technology paints the 16e as a bridge between affordability and innovation. What's fascinating is the timing. The iPhone 16e is rumored to launch in March, coinciding with the release of iOS 18.3, a major Apple Intelligence update that will introduce the final set of artificial intelligence features promised by the company. Pairing the launch of the iPhone 16e with this software update could create a seamless narrative for Apple, showcasing its commitment to bringing advanced technology to a broader audience. Assuming these leaks are accurate, the iPhone 16e could redefine what it means to be an entry-level Apple device. A price tag around $500 United States dollars for a phone with modern internals, a 48-megapixel camera, and Apple's latest software features is a compelling proposition. It blurs the lines between budget and premium, challenging the notion that high performance must come with a hefty price. As we look ahead, the iPhone 16e could be a game-changer for Apple, offering a fresh perspective on affordable innovation. Whether it lives up to the hype remains to be seen, but one thing is certain, it has our attention. Stay tuned for more updates, and as always, we'll catch you in the next video. The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the two biggest names in the smartphone world right now: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163 millimeters by 77.6 millimeters. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new camera control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1-nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48-megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12-megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200-megapixel main camera, alongside a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50-megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post-processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to over-sharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low-light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.